speaker has a remarkable ability to turn life's curveballs into laughter and lessons. Today, she'll share a story that's both personal and humorous. Through sharing how she's working to find independence, resilience, and maybe even a little self-discovery in the passage. With her speech title, It's Not You, It's Me, Breaking Up with My Uber Driver. Please welcome Toastmaster Lauren Mendelsohn.
Thank you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
What if you woke up this morning and a supernatural person came to you and said you're unable to drive for 6 months? How would you feel? How would you get through your day to day? So it brings me to today, where I'm building up the courage to break up with the man who's been my partner in transportation, my Uber driver. My journey started March 26th of 2020. A lot of you were going through COVID just like me. But at 6 a.m., my mom and my little brother ran to my side when I had my first episode. At the age of 19, I became epileptic. For 6 months, I had seizures between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. every morning. The likelihood of me having them awake is less than 1%. That's where the frustration comes in, because no one's driving and sleeping at the same time. If you were told you can't drive for 6 months, how would you feel? Think about yesterday. How many times did you get in your car? When I used to drive 6 months and a day ago, that's when I would talk to my friends. So it's been really hard not to talk to them, except I met my best friend on January 11th of 2024. Going through this journey has been very difficult for me and the ones around me. I went 3 years without having a seizure. Then I had another episode December 31st of 2023. This time I fell out of bed. And I have one of the beds that's like an extra 3 feet higher. And so my parents heard a crash at 7:30 a.m. My dad told me he thought it was a painting. And my mom said, Lauren, I knew it was you. They came to my side, and when I came to, I thought I broke my nose. I had no idea what had happened. I saw my brother standing over me, and my parents looking at me like they did in March 26th of 2020. They were scared. I don't remember having a seizure. So I've been talking to them recently, and the fear in their eyes never goes away. So on January 11th of 2024, I was going to my best friend's birthday party, and I had to call an Uber, not realizing it was 30 minutes away. But when I called the Uber, it said 4 minutes away, a Kia EV6 was on its way. And I always check the license plate and the name. And I don't ask, who are you coming to pick up? I ask, what's your name? So I didn't understand what that ride would mean in my life when I got in. It was the cleanest Uber I've ever been in, and it had one of the iPads on the back of the seat, so it distracts you while you're driving with a random person. And I just started talking to him. A lot of you have met me when I first started with Toastmasters, and you know I could talk to a wall. And I'm an oversharer. So after the 30 minutes with him, he basically knew my social security number. On the first 30 minutes, I understood that he was a paratrooper, that he loves his wife, that he has kids, that he's been in the area for a while. And that was just the beginning of our relationship. So I was getting out, and I said, I had a terrible experience yesterday Can you be back here in 2 hours and 30 minutes? I promise I'll be out front. So since that moment, instead of calling Ubers and knowing, hey, I have a minute to get outside, I tell them I will be outside a minute after my meeting's over, or a minute after the dinner's over. So think about today when you have a meeting 10 to 11. Will you be outside at 11:01? But then the 6 months rolled around. In July 2024, I could drive again. So this was like my first breakup with him. I don't know how many of you have been through a breakup, but it's usually not just one time around. And so I said to Charles, I need a break. But then, May of this past year, I had 2 seizures. I went for a 48-hour EEG, and it turned into a week-long EEG. So I texted him, and I said, Charles, your girl needs your help. And he texted me back at like 12 a.m., so I was assuming that he was on an Uber drive. And he said, Lauren, I'm so sorry. I have your back. I'll be there in the morning. But you have to give me a little heads up. Because I'm used to just ordering an Uber and then coming 4 minutes later. I said, okay. So when my friends ask me, hey, can you hang out tonight at 7 p.m.? I have to tell them if you can pick me up, because I need to give Charles a little extra time to come get me. He's been my partner in transportation. He's been the one I go to even when I need help or advice. And so it brings me to today. And I've been practicing my breakup speech, and it goes something like this. Charles, you've helped me regain my independence. You've allowed me to talk your ear off and meet strangers. You've allowed me to regain the confidence to be able to drive again. And you've showed me all the best routes to go on, not I-4 at 5:30 p.m. And so I'm going to tell him tonight at 12:01, Charles, it's not you, it's me. Thank you. Do you need this book?